Uh, okay, so today I'm going to show you how to um, have a thing like this. So first, you're gonna go to wherever you have your thing. So usually you go to your OS drive, you go to your users, you go to your profile, and you either have your stuff on your downloads or you have your stuff on your documents under Inventor, content files, blank. So this file right here is usually, I don't know what you guys name on your computer, but this right here is your library with like all your stuff and that. And so we're gonna get this, we're gonna cut it, and we're gonna go back to the PC, the OS disk, go over and just paste it in here. And once we paste it in here, you'll get like, once you paste it in here, you're going to rename it to this exact thing right here. VEX Master Library. This specifically allows us all to open each other's assemblies without that having to pull up parts if they all come from the same directory. Everybody's so next, after you finish doing that and your finished thing looks like this, you're gonna want to get the like CADs from the Google Drive, and you're going to download those and put them in a folder called assemblies under your CADing library, which you just named to VEX Master Library. You're going to name it to assemblies and put all of the CADs we have from Google Drive into there. Once you've done all that, you're going to go over to your Inventor, and you're going to click these three lines to go to settings. You're going to get a screen that looks like this. It looks pretty old, but yeah, you're going to go from here and you're going to right click this thing called work group search paths, and you're going to add a path. Now I've already added a path, and you're going to want it, but I'll show you how to add another. So it's going to show something like this where you have this. But we don't really want that. We want to get rid of that and add that directory to that master library. Like that. And then we're going to rename that to local fix. Just like that. But yeah, so that's what it would look like right here. And then you'd want to right click this library right here and add a path. So it looks like this, where you have VEX library, and then it directs you to this. It directs you to the same thing up here where you have the master library, but this time it directs you to assemblies as well. Assemblies, which is that renamed thing over here for all the CADs, which will allow us to easily open them up if there's CADs inside of other CADs, like with the version 3 drivetrain right here under the pinnacle lift. So yeah, we go over here and we add a backslash at the end of that of assemblies. And then once you do that, you just click save, done, and then it should look something like this, and you should be able to open up your CAD. Okay, now we're down to our last step before we can hopefully in the future not have to open up stuff. So we're going to open Inventor, go to our tools in the corner, go to this first option called application options, and it's going to open this window. We want to go over from general to file. Under this file director, we go down to this path called default content center files. Now we're going to want to replace it with this new location for our master library. And then if you want, you can also change your projects folder to the master library assemblies. And then, yeah. So you can click apply and then close. And a pop-up should show where it says something about like some of these things need a restart to work. Just say okay and then restart Inventor and launch it again. Once you've launched Inventor again, just a heads up, you'll need to, no, this is the last time you'll ever have to do this, but you're going to want to open up a file, and actually now it'll be like, yo, I don't know who you are. Because now we're going to be looking for this file inside of the assemblies. But this, whenever we placed it inside of assemblies, it's like, dude, I forgot what the heck I was doing. So even if you did originally have that, thing and uploaded it to the drive, you're gonna now unfortunately have to look up all the pieces if you want to load it again. But if you did all the steps I just showed you, you shouldn't have to do that in the future for any new models, which will save us a lot of headaches in the future. So yeah, I'm gonna just go through and do this real quick. I want a time lapse, and I'll show you how to export stuff. Once you get this thing loaded in with all the parts, let's imagine this one is correctly loaded in. Anyways, we go to the corner over here, and let's say we want to upload this one to our Google Drive with all the other beautiful CADs. So we are going to go over here to the corner, click File. This pop-up shows up. We're going to hover over Save As, not click it. We don't want this to pop up. We go Save As, hover over Pack and Go, and then click it. It'll pull up this window right here. Under this, we're going to go and set the file destination. And you can just set it to anywhere, but anywhere but our main library, since we want them to be from different locations. So we're going to set that and put in our downloads. We're going to click copy to single path over here. And correction, we're not going to package this as zip. You're going to personally zip the file. The reason we're going to do that is because the zipping mechanic inside of Inventor is like really unoptimized. So it'll literally crash your laptop. It crashed mine twice before I realized this. Well, it crashed the program, not the laptop, but it might. Anyways, just don't click package as a zip. You're going to want to zip it yourself. It's gonna save you some trouble. Anyway, you're gonna want to click copy to single path, put it in your downloads most likely. You're gonna click search, and the total files and the disk space required should jump up. And then after you do all that, you're gonna want to click. It should look like this. So by clicking search, you find all those parts. If you didn't look, if you click skip earlier in the process, whenever you are loading a file, if you click search, it'll resolve those issues and find all the different parts. So by doing this in the future, we shouldn't have to look for it. So these two parts in particular aren't from our master library. So if you see something like that, you can resolve it. I'm just not going to include them in this case. But yeah, we're going to want to launch all the parts inside of our master library, since everybody will have the same pathway. And by doing that, if we upload to the Google Drive, everybody can open it without having to open the
Wi-Fi is off now.
Okay, so now that we have this, we can click start. And then, so this might pop up if you've already done this once. You're just going to say yes to all. And then, so we're going to have this file right here, which is, sometimes it might be smaller. This one might be smaller. We're going to say, yes, we do want to replace this, in fact. We're going to say yes to all. And if I did everything correctly, it shouldn't crash. Okay, it's not crashing. Okay, once we click start and the progress goes all the way, you can click done, and you should be able to open up your File Explorer. Okay, so once we open our File Explorer, we're gonna want to look for the output of the pack and go we just did. So whenever you pack and go, you'll always get 2 or more outputs depending on how many times you've done it. So the 2 main ones you're gonna get is the .im and the .ipj for the given assembly. And you're gonna want to get the IM and the .ipj, and you're gonna put them together. Then you're gonna you're gonna right click and compress to a zip file, or 7-zip if you have that, or any other compression tool you use. So you're gonna compress them, and you're gonna get a new zip file with your .im and the .ipj. And so that allows us to send it to the drive without losing the location of all the items if we include this .ipj in the zipped file. So we just send this file to the drive as is, compressed, which will also save room on the drive, and you can just replace anything that needs replacing. And once you do this, you'll be able to put these on the drive, and other people will be able to actually open them up without having to go through and look up each part individually. Hope this helps.